Welcome in to Game Night Live Rewind's Game of the Week. Come to you live from Lone Peak High School as the Lone Peak Knights prepare to host the Skyridge Falcons in a crucial Region 4 contest. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. First meeting of the year between these two sides, Skyridge and Lone Peak. Skyridge Falcons coming into this one with the overall record on the year 3-7, largely a very tough non-region start to the year. Had some injuries that came on, needed to figure out a way to build up some depth, but in region play, it's starting to come together. Coach Preisendorf done such a great job with this program the last several years. And look, not a lot of returners off of that squad last year. So new faces, kind of learning new roles, new responsibilities, and expectations, trying to manage those. And when we talk about turning the tide here in region play, it started to come. Had a 2-2 game against American Fork, won in a shootout, lost a corner, 1-0, defeated Westlake 1-0. And so the offense starting to come together here for Skyridge, starting to find the back of the net, and they're hoping that continues here today against Lone Peak. The Knights, first year for Coach Danny Mason here at Lone Peak High School, and he's trying to kind of lay his stamp on this program and understand, coaching in high school and running a program in high school. A guy from across the pond, and really enjoyed my talk with him before the game. But you talk about guys trying to learn role. Shot of the first half as Lone Peak here will have the throw in. Starting keeps for Skyridge today, it'll be Cole Barker. And a pair of senior keeps for Coach Preisendorf. They alternate them, and it is Cole getting the start here today. We might see Zach Kaufman in the first couple minutes in. Want to let you know the clock you see on your screen, that is unofficial time. We do our best to keep that as close to the official game clock on the scoreboard here in the stadium. At times you might see us start it late, start it early, make some manual adjustments. It's all to try to compensate for that. As a ball ahead for Lone Peak there, they were trying to stretch it up with Brown. Skyridge able to get there defensively, and now Lone Peak here trying to settle in. Talk about two teams that defensively have been pretty good this year. Both in region play. And for Skyridge, they had a couple of games that got away from them in the non-region. But again, they've started to really bring that back into reach, into grasp, as they've had some youngsters step up with new minutes, new playing time here. Lone Peak with this back line pushing this ahead. A long shot here, handled squarely by Barker. I think it was Tom Kramer, the sophomore, that was able to strike that. Good look there for the Knights. High ball from Barker. Trying to be settled here by the Falcons, and that pushed back by the defense of Colin Lovelady. Lone Peak team that has been really good on the possession, strong all year on the possession for Coach Mason. We've seen that here early on as well. The JV game between these two ended up in zeros as this ball ahead, and the play would have been deemed offside as Lone Peak peels off on the attack. They'll let this roll through, and we'll have a kick coming up here for Barker. Kept in with this back line. Bolin looking up here for Skyridge for Daxon Watts. Watts couldn't possess it. Lone Peak winning it back. Good challenge in the midfield as this ball pushing wide, kept in play. Last touch there by Lone Peak. Pretty telling when you have Corner Canyon in this region. The Chargers 9-1 on the year, 4-0 in region play, and both these two squads kept it to 1 goal differences. Both had high scoring wins against the Cavemen as well. As that ball sneaking through, going to be gathered here by Jones, played wide. Coming up, Para. Able to play that far line. Skyridge. Barr left that. This played out. Lone Peak will have the throw in to come. He's trying to drop this back. Near side. Lovelady looking up to the middle. Looking up the wing for Brown, and that played out by the defense of Hunter Bolin for Skyridge. Lone Peak will have the throw in. Good breakup there defensively by Jones. Lone Peak trying to stay on this. Once again played out by Bolin. Knights will have another throw. Pressure here from Skyridge. Switch here for Lone Peak as they couldn't connect. Skyridge possessing and trying to send it up, but it heads out. With 3 Skyridge players around the ball there, here come the Knights. Back line dropping. Opportunity to center. Set up. Shot and a goal coming for Lone Peak. The Knights able to capitalize. Beautifully set up and an even better finish. I think it was Adrian Xanthos with the goal for Lone Peak. And it's 1-0 Knights. Well, they got that ball to the wing. You saw that drop line backing, and Xanthos talked about Lone Peak sustaining possession here early on. Skyridge now will need to find that possession, try to get some looks going. As Murillo here for Skyridge, that one coming off long. Lone Peak tracking that down. And played out there by Murillo. Skyridge winning that. Here's a long ball. Down right in front of the bench. Indeed it is. Xanthos being helped off here. They'll look at him on the bench for Lone Peak. As the Knights will bring on the senior Isaac Price here. Back in play. Playing through Watkins. Connor keeping this on the turf. That broken up. Good positioning there by Christensen for Skyridge. Looking to get that right back for Murillo. Trying to work around Lovelady. And Lovelady able to get back in position for that. Last a touch here, and we'll say deflected. It'll be Lone Peak here with the throw in. Apologies for the clock. We're working on getting that resolved for you. As that was just a touch in front of Perry, finding its way back once again to Lovelady, who's been active today. Early ball up the middle, played wide there by the captain band of Parker Horton. Lone Peak will have the throw in near side. Love the push there, trying to stretch it up quickly for Lone Peak. My apologies, they actually ruled a corner there. So we head to the corner here with the Knights. That headed in, back of the net, 2-0. Lone Peak on the corner. Boy, what a ball, and how about flying in? Might have been Yagi.
That's another Lone Peak goal from Sam Yagi.
Indeed it is, and it's 2-0 Lone Peak here in the 11th. How about the start for Lone Peak? Talking about Lone Peak, possession, being aggressive. In the 11th minute, they've got a 2-0 lead here at home. Lone Peak sent a notice here early. Skyridge now really needing to find a spark. This ball coming through. There's an opportunity just shy of the post. Good look there for the Falcons. A beautiful ball from Christensen. Frustration on that far side as that worked its way past the defense and just couldn't be put on frame there. I think that was Arad Rodriguez, the junior for Skyridge, just missing. Skyridge here will have the throw in. Again, we've got another clock malfunction here. Our apologies. This cleared out ahead. Here come the Knights. And that played out by Skyridge. We head back to the corner. Two nothing here, Lone Peak. Good ball in the middle, headed. And did that cross the line? No, it did not. Kept out by the Skyridge defense. Boy, that close to being 3-0 Lone Peak. How about two great balls from the flag? I think both of them come from this young man, Lewis Mason, the sophomore, carving up defense. And Mason's service activity will end there. Young man having a nice start here for the Knights. Kramer. Ball ahead, and this is going to be tracked down by Barker. The linesman was on it. I think this would have been offside. Had it been touched, good idea there by Lone Peak. Skyridge pushing ahead. Horton has it wide. Trying to work out of the corner here. That one tracked down by Watkins. Approaching our 15th minute of play. 2-0 Lone Peak. Here's Rodriguez looking to center. And that cleared out wide there by Kramer. Lone Peak trying to get back on it as Christensen here will settle for the Falcons. Hester working around. Brock still with it. Trying to work around the checking there and the whistle coming. It'll be a free kick here for Skyridge. Centered, but not enough steam to find its way through. Lone Peak getting that out of the box, and now the Knights trying to work a quick counter here. Skyridge racing back. Touch there from Kramer. Back with Mason. Skyridge able to collapse down on that. Perry takes it away. And that last touch by the Knights is Rodriguez able to play that off of the Lone Peak defense. Thrown in back with Hester. Hester to the middle. Hester, and this he's got a future on the gridiron as he aims that one high over the crossbar and out. Watkins from the box here. Keeps it with Jackson. Time here for Connor. Trying to work this up through the middle. Just punched wide. Mason, another long ball. Barker calling everyone off as he'll capture here for Skyridge at the top of the box. Lone Peak continuing to put pressure on here. Barker playing wide. And that last touch by Skyridge. Lone Peak here will have the throw in. This one sent near side. Lovelady trying to work around Perry. Appreciate your patience on the technical issue there. Think we have it resolved. 2-0. Lone Peak. Goal in the 7th, goal in the 11th. And Xanthos, who scored that first goal, talk about left with the injury. He's up, warming up on the sideline. Here comes Rodriguez for Skyridge. Tried to play that wide. It was behind the intended target of Para. Last touch by Lone Peak. Skyridge here will throw in. Falcons have been much better. Finally getting some possession, trying to create some attack since that second goal. On it, in the box, a shot, save, and the rebound unable to be captured and put back on. Rodriguez had his deflected. That did roll out, and so we'll head to the corner here with Skyridge. How about Connor Watkins making the nice initial save, and then the defense able to recover backside and prevent any rebound from being attempted. Keeping it 2-0 here for Lone Peak, and Skyridge with an opportunity here coming up from the corner. Thrown in, headed out. Should say sent in from the corner, headed out. Top of the box, and this sent wide. It'll be a goal kick coming up for Lone Peak. Approaching the midway point here in our first half. A substitution here for the Knights. Lenhoff coming off for Lone Peak. Kept in here with Jackson along that back line. Watkins receives it again. Coming near side for Lovelady, just a step in front of him. And out. Skyridge now with a couple substitutions coming on for the Falcons. Perry heading off, Hester heading off, as does Rodriguez. Toro has come on. We mentioned Zach Kaufman, he has come on. Had a third sub, still trying to get that number. Hard to tell. Our apologies. Skyridge throwing in. Here is Kaufman. Had that ricochet high. It's Brown trying to work through. Staying on it. As that last touched and out. Lone Peak here will have the throw. That last touch or deflected off of Toro. Throw in here for Lone Peak. Up with Kramer. Mason is a step in front of that. Here's Kaufman. Looking for some help as Guyman pushing up. Kaufman with the shot. That off target and out of play. Kept in here with Brown again. Here's Mason. No, excuse me. That's Isaac Price. Now Mason, this off of the bounce, able to be gathered by Barker. Challenge. Skyridge able to track that down. That's shut down there by Kramer. Lone Peak working it up here. Mason trying to dial up a long ball on the run up the middle. Broken up by that Skyridge defense. Skyridge looking ahead. Kaufman trying to send ahead there. Too much behind that to connect with Guyman. Watkins gathering for Lone Peak. Far line, Mason couldn't gather it. Nice touch to the wing, centered, and able to be captured or deflected, broken up there by Lone Peak. Knights looking for a ball ahead. Coming off long, Barker steps out. And how about Barker coming all the way out of the box even? Boy, commitment there from Cole, and love the decisiveness there, recognizing he probably had to do that. Numbers for Lone Peak, and Barker able to make a critical play there. Here's Murillo. Deflected there, but Skyridge able to maintain the possession. Kaufman giving it back with Christensen. Skyridge couldn't hold it. Winning it back off the challenge there from Jones. And a roller here handled by Watkins. Rolled out here with Kramer. Boy, hard challenge there on the close by Jones, drawing the whistle. Lone Peak here will have the kick. Nice shield there by Jackson. They're making Kaufman get his steps for the day. Up to the middle. There's Bolin playing ahead, no one there. Nice step back by Brown. Brown looking up the wing there. And we've got a whistle here on the challenge. Lone Peak will have the kick. As this ball sent into the stands. It'll be Lovelady stepping up to take this kick. 41 yards away for Colin. Top of the box. Lone Peak still with it. And Barker here going to try to keep that in, and does. Lone Peak actually got around that edge. Couldn't identify a centering opportunity. Barker able to get the ball for the Falcons, although Lone Peak continuing with that pressure here. Both staff talked about they want to pressure, be aggressive defensively, try to build offense off of that, and there's certainly been Lone Peak that's been the benefactor of aggressiveness here early. Lone Peak will throw this into the back line here. Through 25 minutes of play. Still 2-0, the advantage here for the Knights. Ball sent up. Good teamwork there to help Mason and Skyridge. Again, a number of Falcons there trying to create some havoc. This broken up by Murillo as Brown was on him. And now we've got a whistle. Here the kick coming up for the Falcons on the Lone Peak Challenge. Bryant Jones will step up to take this kick for the Falcons. Looking on frame, caught out of the air by Watkins. It's Kaufman trying to make a run in the box, was trying to get ahead on that, but Watkins did a good job of reading that, tracking that. No opportunity. Watkins will push wide. Trying to work off the hard close there of Guyman. Nice touch, Lone Peak here on the run. Far boundary. Boy, ball that just kind of trickles away. Lone Peak the first to it. We talked about aggressiveness, and Lone Peak has certainly had desire today to track down free balls. And when you talk about a team that possesses extremely well, no wonder. Kramer up for Brown. Nice touch there by Price. Sending ahead, Barker coming out, and Barker able to get there. Boy, a good run. Is that by Brighton Oakley, potentially? Again, hard to see that number. Our apologies, we'll try to get that for you as soon as we can. But boy, just a half a step too much. Lovelady looking up, that touch to the middle. Nobody there. Is Bolin able to send it up? Kaufman heading wide. Lone Peak able to get that back. In the midfield, Price. Work that over. Good challenge. No. The hook. They're being called on Murillo. Lone Peak will have the kick. Skyridge going to bring on a line change at the next opportunity. A couple subs will come on for Lone Peak as well in the final 10 minutes of the first half. Is this ball played wide? Lone Peak with it. Price has it now in the corner. Lone Peak bringing reinforcements up. He'll drop it back, and that taken away by Skyridge as it was Toro. He'll take it away, and then Lone Peak gets it right back. Through 30 minutes. 2-0 Lone Peak. Yeah, Skyridge starting to settle in a little bit, but still haven't been able to really get quality looks. Had the one quality look from Rodriguez. As this played out, and now we will get the substitutions for Lone Peak. It'll be Xanthos coming back on. Good to see. Also number 15 for Lone Peak. Don't have a 15 on the roster. Try to get that for you if we can, but good to see Xanthos back on the field. After leaving the game earlier with an injury, we talked about the subs for Skyridge. It was 5, at least 5. It might have been 6. There's a reason why we use the term line change, is Daxon Watts one to come on. Several others. Hard to track that many. We'll try to get to them as we can. As this dropped back here by Bolin. Barker looking ahead. Is this ball trickling up? We don't have a 33 on our roster. He was the one it was intended for. Skyridge continuing with it. 33 has it now. Nice play there up for Rogers. I believe he was another one to come on for the Falcons. Talk about developing depth as injuries occur, in one of those moments where develop depth, look for depth. Sometimes you just got to find a spark, and can this do it for Coach Preisendorf's squad? Lone Peak 2-2 in region, Skyridge 2-1 in region. The difference is Skyridge has yet to play PG. That game was canceled due to weather, so a makeup game will be coming in that one, as Lone Peak looking for another opportunity here. Brown coming up on the wing. They chip it that direction, couldn't keep it in. Skyridge here will have the throw. Headed back by Mason. Kramer. Sending ahead. Brown trying to get there, and the clearing attempt by Bolin deflected off of Brown. Skyridge still with it. Brown elects to see that roll out. Skyridge here will have the throw. Thrown in quickly. Xanthos leaves for Mason. Dropping it. Kramer. Kramer setting up a left-footed shot. That was deflected. Didn't make its way through and cleared away there by the Falcons. Lone Peak right back on it. Mason trying to keep the pressure going here. And we'll get the whistle off the challenge by Watts. Back this up. Kick coming from 35 yards out here for Lone Peak. Lewis Mason, couple nice corners today. This one in the box, headed wide and gathered by Barker. This ball captured by Mason. Try to play that over as Rogers got a deflection. Lone Peak still with it. Coach Mason said his group for Lone Peak has had 60% possession all year long. And it's got to be near that in this one. If not even better. Lovelady dropping back here. Up with Moreno. Again, dropping back because we're in our 35th minute. Now Watkins. Can work up through the middle. Last touch by Skyridge. No, last touch by Lone Peak. Guyman, far side, plays out off Lone Peak. Watts trying to stay on it for Skyridge, had it taken away. Mason started it. Rogers taken away. For Brown. Spencer plays over. Mason here trying to work through traffic, will play wide. Kramer. Near side with Lovelady. Kramer still on it. Good challenge there by Isaac Moss for Skyridge. Watts able to win it. Playing with Toro. Skyridge trying to work this ahead. Back for Zegan. Far side, settled by Moss. Was looking to drop that, was deflected, and then deflected out by Lone Peak. Skyridge with the throw. Final minutes here of half number one. Well, the youngster Mason, official was right there, didn't even flinch, just kind of hesitated, waited, found the opportunity to work around him. Of course, the official part of the field here. Just a sophomore, Lewis Mason. He's been spectacular today. Is this one broken up by Taggart? Boy, a hard check there, and the whistle coming is penalty flag being shown, or penalty flag, a card being shown here. My apologies. First soccer match of the year, and way too late for it. Been in lacrosse mode all year, and of course soccer, only so many evening games you can do. Is the card here going to be shown to Connor Jackson? He'll have to come off. Brighton Oakley has come on now, center back of that back line, and I thought he may be one of the guys up ahead on that front line. Again, these numbers not necessarily the easiest, especially with the glare. Jackson booked in the 38th minute. A kick here for Horton. That deflected and will trickle out. We'll head to the corner. Into the box, Horton heads it. Oh, what a beautiful header scored by Skyridge. How about the finish by Parker Horton off the corner, and the Falcons draw to within one. Man, Parker Horton, a beaut, and Watkins gave it his all. But that right to the corner, and a beautiful job, beautiful finish despite the best attempts of Watkins. And it's 2-1. Skyridge with a little bit of life here late in the half. See if that helps to spark the momentum, energy here for Coach Preisendorf's group. We talked about been better since falling down 2-0. Lone Peak has still had sustained possession. But Skyridge able to capitalize on the opportunity, and now Lone Peak looking for a response. This ball ahead into the box and captured there by Barker. He'll throw it out. That taken away by Lone Peak immediately. The Knights a shot here, just shy of the post and out of play. Barker first kind of tapped his chest, recognized, hey, that was on me. It's probably a little too quick to throw that out. It's one where if you're Skyridge, you want to take advantage of that and try to grab momentum while you have it. Barker here in play, looking up the far side. Sent back. Watkins here off the side of the foot. As Lone Peak able to settle play ahead. You wonder how much that card by Jackson plays into that as well. And I'm not trying to question the depth at all, but the center back's been great today for Lone Peak, and he has to come off. He can't defend that corner. And I'm sure Oakley is more than capable. I don't want to make that judgment at all. A young man that's been the anchor of that back line here early, not on the field for that play, is this center headed out by Horton, and Lone Peak now will have a corner and a chance to answer it. Clock ticking away here. 30 seconds to go left in this first half. Corner for Lone Peak. Top of the box. This ricocheting around and cleared away there by Skyridge as it's sent out. Lone Peak trying to get this throw in quickly. Still looking for one more opportunity. Lovelady sending ahead. Brown through traffic went to the turf. No whistle there. Lone Peak with the throw in as the clock down to 5. Doesn't look like the Knights will get an opportunity. 1 second left and the horn sounding as Barker would have had it anyway. First half comes to a close. 2-1. Lone Peak leading Skyridge at the break. Halftime of KSL Game Night Live Rewind's Game of the Week, presented by Heinemann Associates, brought to you by the Riley Jensen Mental Performance Group.
Skyridge 1.
Welcome back. Start of the second half, Lone Peak and Skyridge Region 4 battle. Lone Peak in the lead 2-1 at the break. Goals in the first 11 minutes for the Knights. First it was Xanthos, then Yagi. And first half, the Lone Peak did a great job with possession. They were minutes away from closing out that first half with a donut on the defensive scoreboard, and then a corner set up beautifully. Horton got the header and the finish to the corner of the goal and made it 2-1 in the 38th. And that's our score at the break. We had a mystery man in the first half for Lone Peak. A young man that made a couple nice plays, could not see the number. The sun's setting here. It's the best time of night at Lone Peak High School. But that number now clear. Jackson Gunther, the junior, one of the forwards for this Lone Peak side, is that one given up, not enough steam behind it. And Skyridge has numbers if they can get it up the field quickly. Here's Watts working through the defense here. Skyridge maybe a little shell-shocked with the way that Lone Peak started this game. They've settled in since that point as that shot by Rodriguez is deflected. And Lone Peak here trying to get it out. Nice tackle made there by the Falcons. And then the hold here will give the kick to Skyridge. We talked about this Skyridge team. They're 3-7 on the year and 2-1 in region play. Obviously, the non-region record, not great. And talking with the staff before, said, hey, sometimes you just got to keep, heads in it, keep that focus right while things come together. And they said that's exactly right. And you can kind of see even this game has been a bit of a similar recipe, the way the first 10 minutes started. But they've not given up, not conceded. They've stuck with it as that ball into the box, cleared out immediately by Lone Peak. Kept in here near side, and now the Knights trying to work it through, but Skyridge wins it back. Here's Murillo. Plays ahead. Rodriguez passes over this shot high. Off the attempt there by Gavin Christensen. Want to thank our sponsors, Heidemann Associates, a full-service law firm with locations throughout the state, especially down in Utah County. If you have any legal needs, contact Heidemann and Associates for a free consultation. Tell them the Game Night Live Rewind sent you. Call 801-754-4240. As the whistle here called on Skyridge, Lone Peak will be able to put this in play. Also want to thank the Riley Jensen Mental Performance Group. If you're trying to elevate your mental performance on the field, in the boardroom, at home, wherever it might be, there's no one better to help elevate your mental game than Riley Jensen and his trusted network of mental performance coaches. To schedule time, visit rjpg.net. Also want to thank Western Governors University. Make 2022 the year of you. Western Governors University can learn remote or on-site, a variety of programs. Get that degree that's maybe been evading you. Prepare to take that next step in your life. You don't have to allocate a ton of time to go to classes, go to a building and travel and all that. You can take it right from your very own living room. And to learn more, visit wgu.edu. Also have $2,500 scholarships available in 2022. They'll be giving those away all year long. Skyridge here trying to push it up. Murillo looking to try to get that edge, staying on it here. That center deflected out, and we'll head to the corner here with the Falcons. Tanner Perry heading over to take this kick for Skyridge as Murillo racing over. They'll give to him. Back to Perry. Left foot. That curling right in on Watkins. Connor able to handle it. Good first half for Connor. I know the one goal conceded, but that's a beautifully placed header. There's really not much he can do. He tracked it really well. Just couldn't get to the corner there. And what was a beautiful finish. And that one given up. Gunther looked like there was something he was not happy about with that. Frustrated with. Xanthos shielded away there by Murillo. Just a touch long for Kramer to track down. Here's Barker. Cole to send ahead. Jackson going to try the other side. That went right to Skyridge. Lone Peak did a nice job of recovering that as this challenge sends Mason to the turf. Tracked down by Moreno. Kramer dropping it. Jackson. I'll try the other side. Rodriguez. Pressure on. Wins it for Skyridge. Perry. Little touch there for Murillo. And he couldn't get one away. The Skyridge side clamoring for a whistle. None there. I don't think that Gunther's going to have enough to get there as Barker sending it back up to midfield. Lone Peak trying to stay on it here. Carlton had that taken away. Watts playing this back with Rogers. Working through Hester. Rogers pushes with Christensen, now near side Murillo. A little bit of space here for Murillo. Looking, no, turned to inside and the whistle there. This is outside the box, but it'll be a kick here for Skyridge. Murillo saying he's in the box. Well, he landed in the box, but I thought that challenge was well outside as the linesman is on it, marking the spot there with his flag, and indeed it will be a kick here for the Falcons. No penalty. It's the right call. Christensen here to take it. And that headed out by Lone Peak. Challenge there is Horton racing back. He'll drop it to Barker. Gunther trying to come up there quickly. Here's Murillo. Feels like he's been up and down this near sideline. Offense, defense, wherever they've needed him, he's gotten there. Boy, that was just a step in front of Gunther. I thought he was going to have the ability to take that away. Played up here for Watts. They'll come over with Perry. Patience now with Hester. Up the line with Rodriguez. Rodriguez trying to stay with it. Scanning. Sending back here with Horton. Time being taken away. Now Murillo. That ball didn't get any air under it. Lone Peak was able to send it out of the box. Skyridge still on it. As Christensen trying to put some pressure as Lone Peak looking to get it out of their own defensive third here. Drop back with Kramer. Time for Jackson as he looks up, and Skyridge right there. Giving up, Watts plays with Rodriguez. Here's Rodriguez. Rodriguez. That sent out. We'll have the throw in here for Skyridge coming up. And when you talk about changes in momentum, how big was that goal in the 38th? It's been all Skyridge on the possession here these first 10 minutes of this second half. Watts playing back here to Arat. Rodriguez dropping it here. That was off the chest of Rogers. Sent it off target, but Skyridge right back on it. Mason lost it. Here come the Falcons. Watts straight away. Watts the shot right into the chest of Connor Watkins. Just lost out there by Skyridge, and we'll get stoppage substitution here for the Knights as Lewis Mason will come off here, and they'll bring Isaac Reynolds, the senior, on. Connor Mason is, Lewis Mason, my apologies, has been great today for Lone Peak as he comes sideline, gets some coaching here from this staff, but and his creativity, and how about the placement? Some beautiful serves from Lewis today, and responsible for the assist on the current go-ahead goal for Lone Peak. Here come the Knights, played right back, now pushed wide, centered. Oh, and that just came off long off the foot of Xanthos. Giving up, Lone Peak still with it. Here's Carlton. Carlton trying to work that end line, and that is unable to be kept in. We head to the corner here with the Knights. 52nd minute. Carlton from the flag on the turf. Boy, I think Barker got a piece of that. We'll head back. And now we've got a stoppage here. Our apologies for the blackout there. Is our center going to go over, talk to the linesman? We were trying to fix the technical difficulties. They were talking there about the placement, and it was deemed out off of Lone Peak. So Skyridge here will put it in play. There's Watkins. Moreno plays to the middle. Tried to get that back to him. Broken up momentarily as Moreno with it. Lone Peak thought they had the throw in there. Linesman and center, after conferring with each other, giving it the other way. Lone Peak able to win it back. This played wide off the Falcons. Lone Peak will have the throw in. This one sent high. Near side with Moreno. Man on quickly is Perry. Trying to close that down, and the pressure, boy, almost led to good things. How about Moreno sticking with it there, able to punch it away momentarily from Christensen, allow the defense to get back there for Lone Peak, and this taken away in the midfield. Great pressure there by Noah Carlton. Skyridge has really taken away a lot of the time that Lone Peak was able to play with. Talk about all that possession the Knights had, and a lot of that was due to passing, space they were able to find, and Skyridge has not conceded that same here in the second half. Gunther trying to get there. Gunther has it, and this is set high as Barker had come out. Maria was doing everything he could to contest it. And I said it was Gunther. That might have been Carlton. Other way. Far line, that kept in. Sent back down by Skyridge, gathered by Christensen. Gavin plays back wide. Rodriguez trying to get there for Skyridge. Good tackle to keep that in, win it there by Lone Peak. Xanthos, nice touch back. Skyridge back with it. Dropping. Play back with Christensen. Christensen the shot, and that's shy of the post. Good second half for Skyridge. Is a couple of shots they've been able to get away. That one, of course, shy, but they've certainly made Lone Peak fans a little nervous. Skyridge coming right back up. That pass for Watts was a couple steps inside, and there's Skyridge to break up one of those Lone Peak passing plays. Here is Daxon. Good defense there by the Lone Peak defender. He's going to be whistled here on the late contact, but did a nice job to not give that up. Be a kick here for Skyridge. We approach the 60th minute. Out of the air. That one deflected. Coming near side, gathered by Rodriguez. Rodriguez looking for service. Backside, that's over the head. And then cleared out there by Lone Peak. Skyridge will have the throw in. Substitutions here, both sides. Luke Lenhoff going to come on for Lone Peak. We'll also have a substitution for the Falcons. I'm going to get that number. I think that's Kaufman coming back on. Yes, it is. Trying to get it to Kaufman. He got caught there on the hold, and starting to get a little chippy here. Lone Peak Skyridge is seen a couple arms go up there. Players trying to make plays, get to the ball, get to spaces. Boy, the pressure there. A swing and a miss, and Skyridge here will have the throw in. That headed up, nobody there except for Knights. Able to clear that away from the top of the box, but Skyridge still with it here on it. Shot, and again, that's going to be wide here from the Falcons. I think it was Christensen on the attempt. Substitution here for Skyridge. Christensen will come off for the Falcons. Coming on for Coach Preisendorf, I believe, is Elias Rogers. Out of the air from Watkins. Headed up by Horton. Skyridge. Right ahead for Rodriguez here. Lone Peak trying to make it tough. Skyridge here will have the throw in. I think that's Lovelady on that far side for Lone Peak. Trying to make life difficult. That shot didn't get any air underneath it. Allowed Lone Peak to break it up. Now the Knights trying to push it up on a quick counter. Gunther still ahead. He has it now. Has help on the far side. Instead comes back near side. Here comes Carlton. Carlton has support behind him with Lenhoff. Instead plays to the middle. Skyridge able to get back defensively. I've had a 3-on-1 and Skyridge able to break it up. Lenhoff playing with Reynolds. Lone Peak trying to get back to breaking things down here. Out of the air, Horton. Gunther. A roller, and that wide of the post as Barker was running stride for stride with that. Good push there by Lone Peak. Talking about Skyridge, they've started to get more possession, get more looks, a little bit of momentum. Lone Peak, at some point, you gotta find a way to get that punch back, right? That little counter, and they're able to do it. There's a call here on the push. We'll give the kick here to the Falcons. Horton. Played for Rodriguez. Rodriguez keeping that in, trying to work. Here against Brown. Spencer trying to stay in front of Rodriguez. Has some help now. Gives it off. Center. Deflected. And now Lone Peak able to break it up. Couldn't get a good clear on it. Skyridge still with it here. Lone Peak with another deflection on the pass there from Rogers. Sent ahead. Rodriguez on it. Leaves it with Watts. Watts plays wide. Good challenge there, and Lone Peak able to come away with it. It's a big body there for Lone Peak that was able to just kind of get in the way. It might have been Jackson. As now we get the whistle and the free kick here given to Lone Peak. Lone Peak will put this in play. Into the box, headed out by Murillo. That will be escorted out there by Lenhoff, who tries to throw in quickly. Challenged from behind there by Kaufman. Draws the whistle. Put in play quickly by the Knights. Good footwork there by Hester. Plucking that out of the air. Now Kaufman trying to track that down. Jackson first to it. Dropping with Watkins. Good play there around Skyridge. Quickly up to the middle. Lone Peak. And that quick counter taken away there. Here's Rodriguez now with an opportunity for Skyridge. Good job coming over to play out on the challenge. We've got substitutions here for Skyridge, yes. Perry and Hester both come off. It's coming on for Skyridge includes Toro, as well as I think Oh boy, hard to see that number. Might be Taggart. Yes, it is. Skyridge looking to center. That takes a bounce before Lone Peak able to deflect it away. 65th minute. No scores in this second half as that deflected off the head, trying to get it on frame, and Watkins able to ensure it plays wide. He'll have the kick. Next up for Lone Peak, well, they'll get to see if they can carry what was a great first half. They'll head to Draper, take on Corner Canyon. Chargers coming into action today, still undefeated in region play. Meanwhile, for Skyridge, they'll return home, play American Fork. As we'll have a corner coming up here for Lone Peak. Corner, deflected around and in! The goal scored by Lone Peak. Boy, I'm not certain who the last person to touch it was, but it finds the back of the net, and the Knights push the lead back to 2.
Lone Peak goal, Spencer Brown.
Spencer Brown credited with the goal for Lone Peak. (3-1). Lone Peak will certainly take it. The corner, a ball that got right to the middle of the box, and it was hard for me to tell if Brown hit it cleanly or if it was deflected at some point. He is credited with the goal, but nonetheless, a second half that Skyridge has had a couple good looks, some good pressure. We talked about that punch back. And there it is for the Knights. The lead now 3-1, and Skyridge, with just 14 minutes left now, they've got to get back to getting the offense going, get looks as Lone Peak with a strong goal here late. Knights trying to get it up. We've got an opportunity here. This ball again ricocheting around. Barker's on the turf and then punched aside there. Lone Peak still with it. Tried to center. That one could not get a shot away. Skyridge looking up the field quickly as Jackson retreating. Watkins coming over. Is that one coming right at you? And we'll get substitutions here for both sides. Substitution for Lone Peak. Connor Shin will come on. Substitution for Skyridge. I think it might be 33. Again, we don't have a 33 on our roster, so our apologies to he and his family. Been on the field a couple times tonight. Lone Peak. Shin tries to play ahead. That cut off by Watts. Trying to step ahead of the pressure, and now we will get the whistle on the Lone Peak challenge. That initial one will bring it back. Well, Skyridge here will have the kick. Going to be about 37 yards out here. Horton will step up to take it. This would be a big moment here for Skyridge to try to get back to within 1. Horton through the wall and right to Watkins. He'll keep it with that back line. Skyridge trying to put pressure on it. Lenhoff. Drop back by Shin. Shin able to track this down. Time. Looking up through the middle, was trying to find his teammate. It's just a step ahead. Shin back with it. And the whistle there, drawn by Connor. As we're in the 70th minute. 3-1 Lone Peak. Talk about offenses finding their footing. Is this ball in the box, headed up by Horton? And now wide. Both these two teams, Lone Peak through their 3 region games through their 4 region games, just had 3 goals. Skyridge just with the 3 as well. We said these offenses were finding their footing. We're getting more accustomed. And that's been the case here today. I have 4 total goals, but Skyridge had a couple good looks that Watkins has been able to make nice plays on. And Lone Peak, obviously, 2 goals in the first 11 minutes. And that one, maybe the exclamation mark for the Knights. More success on the scoreboard, but I'd say really both staffs have to be pleased with the way their offenses have generated opportunities. The finish has just been stronger from Lone Peak tonight. Connor. Nice little play there. As it looked like Taggart went down. Couldn't tell if just lost balance or if he tweaked something. He's back to his feet, running around. Looks pretty stout as he forces the drop here. Jackson will play back with Watkins. That ball sent away by Bolin. Lone Peak will have the throw in. Substitutions here for both sides. Brighton Oakley coming on here for Lone Peak. Substitutions for Skyridge as well. Also for Lone Peak, Cole Leroy coming on the field. Joshua James coming on for Skyridge. Had 2 others. I couldn't track them. As the whistle there on the Lone Peak challenge. Watts played that wide for Para, and it was too wide. Lost it out. Substitutions here, both sides again. Isaac Price coming on for Lone Peak. And Rodriguez coming back on here for Skyridge. Connor playing this back with Jackson. That couldn't be settled there by Leroy. As a whistle there. Ball out of the air, and we'll get stoppage here. I think a card going to be shown on the delay. So a quick break there for Kramer. He's going to have to come back on here as Yagi will come off. Clock got a little off, so we're just going to let this trickle down just for a moment, try to even it up here. There's 7:02 left on the game clock as the center coming over to explain to the staff exactly what the call was, reasoning, logic, whatever it may be. It'll be Skyridge to put it in play as soon as we're done. '73rd minute. Our center making sure the documentation is good. Jagi now understanding the conversation had by the center and his coaches. Yagi with the goal tonight. And what is still credited as the go-ahead goal. This ball into the box for Skyridge. Rodriguez. That didn't find its way through. Kaufman sails this high and wide. Watkins here to put it in play. Nice job retreating there by Leroy. Bring that back here for Lone Peak. Excuse me, I thought it was Leroy. This is Leroy with it now. Lone Peak trying to break things down. Here's Gunther. Gunther, that was deflected and sent out. Here's Kaufman. Hands on the shoulders there, drawing the whistle of the center. Great job. It might have been by Kramer, beating him to the ball, shielding it. As Watkins coming over to put this in play as our 75th minute winding down. High bounce, Gunther couldn't get there. Lone Peak trying to keep the pressure on, not pinballing around, and the Knights will have the throw in here. Lone Peak to throw in. Kramer lost it. Good challenge there by Murillo. Pushes it ahead with Kaufman. Has Christensen with him far side. Christensen tried to get it to Christensen from Kaufman. Broken up by Lone Peak defensively as that play by Oakley sends it out. Substitution here for Skyridge. Just a reminder, last 5 minutes, any Lone Peak substitutions will stop the clock as it's Guyman coming on for the Falcons. Skyridge have a late push in them. That ball deflected around before Watkins able to gather it. Long kick from Watkins takes the high bounce. Gunther can't possess it. Track that through the air pretty well. Hard to play that, given the nature. Here come the Knights. Nice job there by Hester. Skyridge trying to push ahead. Hester back with Rodriguez. Step around there. The shot or the defense. Watts looking up. Rodriguez Rodriguez still with it. Can he get a center here? Ball trapped on the end line, and it was never quite ruled out, and now it is. It was never ruled out on the end line, ruled out on the far line. My apologies, I was trying to kind of track it as this ball got in the box for Christensen and couldn't get it on frame. Stoppage here for substitution. Lone Peak going to bring Reynolds on here. Again, the clock stopping last 5 minutes when the leading team makes the sub, hence the reasoning for that. This one given up. Here's Kaufman. Has Falcons flying with him, pushes over. Trying to set up a shot here and couldn't do it. Boy, it was one where Christensen's just trying to get an opening and eventually runs out of space. How about that challenge there by Oakley? Doing a nice job as Lone Peak with it here in the midfield. They'll push over with Shin. Connor trying to get back up after contact there. Gunther sent the ball ahead, plucked out of the air by Skyridge. As we're in our 78th. Excuse me, in our 79th. As a whistle here will be a free kick for Lone Peak. The Lone Peak Knights talk about 2 goals in the opening 11 minutes of this one. Sent an exclamation mark early. And look, Coach Preisendorf talked with his staff before the game and said, hey, look, we're just trying to get guys comfortable in new roles. They maybe weren't expecting to have expectations that they now have, but given injuries, it's time for depth and youngsters to come up and make plays. And I think a great response from them to close out in the first half. That goal, the momentum it created, but just not enough. As Lone Peak with a late opportunity here, this will trickle through before being played wide by James. But you can see both these two squads, when it clicks, it can be problematic. It's why they've been competitive with some of the top teams in the region, and of course with second round of region play coming up, it will figure they could be spoilers not only in Region 4 but also come state tournament. This Region 4 is so loaded, and both these two teams can certainly put things together at the right time with the state tournament just a couple weeks away. But tonight it's Lone Peak. 2 goals early, going to be enough to do it. And of course the exclamation mark. I'm a big fan of putting things away when you have the opportunity to do it. And Lone Peak put it away when they had the opportunity in the 66th. The game winner, a beautiful corner.
Thank you for joining us today
from the
at Knight
sophomore
Stadium. Tonight's
to
final
Yagi.
score,
Made it 2-0 in the 11th. Each side would score 1 in the remaining 69 minutes, but today it was Lone Peak with a 3-1 victory over Skyridge. Congratulations to the Knights as they still kind of hanging around an opportunity to contend for a Region 4 championship. That will be, well, certainly either still the case or pretty much determined after their next match as they head to the road to take on the Corner Canyon Chargers, who are sitting atop Region 4. Lone Peak 3-1 defeating Skyridge. For Tino Psyche, my name is Dane Stewart. Thank you for joining us for KSL Game Night Live Rewinds.